Africa do we want? Africa, where nobody will feel oppressed. Africa, where everybody will have opportunity. Africa, where there will be democracy and full participation. Africa, where everybody will be able to develop its potentials. Any leadership that has no vision is no leadership. Any leadership that has no, that cannot transform is no leadership. A leader must be a leader. And the job of a leader is to lead.
We need our youth to have the space. We really need to look at our political organizations, our institutions, etc. This is a young continent, and we need to appreciate that we don't understand the world of those young people. We need to empower and trust this young generation to come forward. They have the energy, they have the know-how, they understand the age. That will help us to move forward.
We need a leadership that thinks African, that thinks about Africa as a whole. If we want to get to prosperity, because that's one of the things, a modern, prosperous Africa that we want, we're not going to get there unless we have the young people, the women, to really drive that development.
To be able to define the leadership relative to Africa we want, maybe this has been the question even before I was born. And the main effort has been in the theoretical part of leadership. We've talked so much about leadership and what is expected of leadership. We have also had so much time talking about and defining the problems of Africa. What has been lacking is the practical side of it. How do we get to do what we know we ought to so that Africa can get better? This is where the problem lies. We have to make sure that leaders are there for a purpose, and the purpose is to lead, is to work towards development, transformation, betterment of their people's lives.
Leaders, I will squarely say that those of us who have been given or have been entrusted with the responsibility to lead must match what we say with what we do. That is what will make the difference. We have what it takes. We know where we want to go. We know how to get there. Standing between us and where we want to go is decisive, bold, pragmatic decisions that will take leaders to make.
We often think of the problem of leadership as being the problem of the leaders alone. But to succeed, they must be able to implant those attributes in the population. Their political parties must be organized in such a way that they reflect those values and embody those aspirations in their political interaction. It's ironical that you have a continent with the best natural resources of any others as of today, but they are being exploited for the sustenance of those who enslaved us and continue exploiting us, rather than being exploited for our own emancipation. We talk about development, but we don't stop in time to define what development in our kind of situation is. We really must rethink where we are, why we are, what we can be, and how we can.